here today because you want to work on your issues and you need help, then tell me you're in. Now, if you don't want to be in this hospital and you're here to please somebody outside the hospital, or you don't want to lose your job, or you don't want to go to jail, then you can choose to be out and there'll be no consequences and no penalty. Choosing to be out is more of a courtesy, letting me and the rest of the group know that you're not here to waste our time. Is everybody with me? John! John, good morning. Glad to have you here. Listen, why don't you get in a circle?
I'm fine over here, thanks.
John? Are you in?
Oh, I'm out.
What brought you to the hospital?
I thought you said that I didn't have to participate if I said I was out.
You know, but I thought you might at least let us know why you're here. You know, most of us have a good reason for being here.
Listen, man. You made a rule, and you turned right around and you broke it. I gave you my answer. What the fuck are you trying to pull here?
You're right. You know what? Let me know when you're ready to talk, okay? Hey, how you doing today, Carlos?
I had my fair share of troubles, you know, kid stuff and whatnot. You see, I was the fastest kid on the block, so I started boosting cars for them. And then eventually they started trusting me for bigger things, so I started, you know, slinging drugs for them.
How'd that make you feel?
Fucking great until I got busted. Before I got locked up, you know, finding a job in my neighborhood was, and now with a record.
Young men fight wars. 18 and 19-year-old kids, mostly, who are willing to risk it all for something bigger. Some of us went because we were bored. The rest went because our country made us go. Some guys were off fighting for the freedom of others, while they didn't even have rights at home. 58,000 Americans never came back from Vietnam, and the lucky ones that did fight that same fight to this very day, tossing and turning throughout sleepless nights. Instead of being ambushed by the Viet Cong, we were attacked by long-haired college kids, some of them younger than we were, who thought they knew something about our war. Tim O'Brien once wrote that a true war story must be completely unbelievable. I'm not sure if mine is or isn't, but it's mine. It happened to me.
Look myself in the mirror and just be happy with myself, you know what I mean? Me, money, they don't mean anything to me.
That was very generous of you today, Carlos. You know, now you're here, trying to make a difference. Hey, that should tell you something about yourself.
I mean, there I was, with my own kids in the car, my babies, and the arresting officer, he told me, he said he smelled the booze before he even reached the window.
Betsy, can I ask you a question? If your children were that important to you, don't you think you would have put their needs before your desire to drink?
Yeah. They're the most important thing to me now. I'm sobering up, and one day I'm going to get my kids back.
Okay, listen, that was really good work yesterday. Betsy, thank you so much for your participation. You're really moving along very beautifully. Carlos?
Can I use the group to talk a little bit about what's been bothering me?
John, of course. Why don't you start?
I was walking point, with 12 of my buddies behind me, and it had been quiet for too long. And we were edgy. Thinking back, it's kind of funny that no action made us more nervous than being in the shit. At least when you're being shot at. You have a pretty good idea where the enemy is. But all of a sudden, the rip of the machine gun tears into the dirt behind me. Turn around and two guys they're hit, they're screwing on the ground. Automatic weapons fire opened up all around us. I got into a crouch, and I ran for the tree line. When we got back to the platoon, only 4 of us made it. I told the captain what happened, and he called in for an airstrike.
It must have been terrifying.
If you know anything about the Marines, we never leave our dead behind. After the choppers left, we headed towards Lean-To Village where we thought the VC might be hiding, and Billy's squad approached the village from the left edge. Gunfire opened up from 2 hooches, and a couple of his men were down. They were hit, and so we opened up on those fucking guys. I took my squad around to the back to cut off their escape route. My man Dole? My man Dole, he spotted 2 dinks and he zapped them. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this little kid comes running up to me. What was left of his arm was flopping. Blood was all over the place,
Jesus.
See? You see? You people can't sit there and pretend to know what it's like. Everyone is so mind-numbingly skull-fucking scared. It's hot, it's filthy, it's confusing, it's just... So I shot him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Then this woman comes running up. You're screaming so fucking loud. So fucking loud. So I popped her too. I hate those motherfuckers.
I'm sorry you were discharged before I could talk with you further. What you did in Vietnam was what many others of your generation feared they'd have to do. I can only imagine the pain and the confusion you live with. The truth is, there's still a part of me that thinks you're a hero, a real Marine, one who fought hard and did what he was told. You were courageous. You did not leave your dead behind, and will not betray them now. Perhaps you deserve your rage. Only God should stand in judgment of what you did. The saddest part is that you've become your own worst enemy. The drinking, the dreams, and the guilt have become your weapons of self-destruction. Perhaps it's self-forgiveness you seek. A good friend once told me he thought it was possible to unmake a Marine. I now know he was mistaken. Yet I feel it's a damn good idea to try. Farewell to you, John. May you one day find peace with yourself. Simplify.
Such demonstrations of the Army's concern for his welfare all help to maintain high morale. But its fundamental source stems from the fact that he is a man who believes in his country and what it stands for. And he is eyewitness to the fact that his service in Vietnam has purpose and, however slowly, is seeing results. In his willingness to risk his life to meet the challenge to his country and to help defend a nation on the other side of the world, the United States Army soldier is demonstrating courage, tenacity, and integrity. Out of this Vietnam crucible, a sharper sword has emerged. The Army soldiers are better trained, as proven by their superb performance in combat. They appreciate the value of nation building and helping people. The Army has developed better ways to do its job and better equipment to do it with, not only in Vietnam, but worldwide.